Hello and thank you for watching. My name is Rachel Barnett with Gentle Frog. I'm here to create videos for you to help you understand QuickBooks slightly better than you currently do. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please put them in the chat box. Thank you. Hi, this is Rachel Barnett from Gentle Frog. In this video, I want to show you how to enter a corporate credit card into QuickBooks. What makes a corporate credit card different is that you have a single statement that covers multiple different cardholder cards. So our office admin and person who does everything, Jess, created us a fake bank statement. We're going to pretend for a brief moment that we are John Smith, and then we have a credit card at SunTrust. When I look at this, I can see I have three cardholders. I have John Smith, who has some purchases. I have Jane Doe, who has some purchases, and I have Larry Hall, who has some purchases. Each person's purchases goes toward or rolls up or adds to the cumulative balance of my corporate credit card. I need to enter them into QuickBooks, and I'm going to show you how I do it. It's not the only way that you can do this. I just want to show you my way in case my way makes sense and works for you. So what I do is I set up a chart of account or a credit card account for each of the credit cards, and then I make a credit card account for the corporate account. So let's just zip over to QuickBooks and do that. I'm going to start by going to my QuickBooks. On the left-hand side of the screen, I'll go to Accounting and then Chart of Accounts. In the upper right-hand corner, I'm going to click on the New. I'm now going to select Credit Card, Save Under, and I'll say Credit Cards. Tax Form Selection, I'll say Credit Card. And now I'll go down to Account Name. The account name I select here will be the name that shows up on the left-hand side, the name that shows in my Chart of Accounts. Okay, so for the first account name, we'll just make it the corporate account, the SunTrust. So we'll go SunTrust Credit Card, because we're just that creative. And then I'm going to say Save. I'm going to repeat the process with this, with the cardholder accounts. So credit card, and then who's my first person? So my first person is John Smith. What I'm not doing is I'm not making John a sub underneath the SunTrust credit card. I personally prefer not to make them subs, even though technically they are under the SunTrust. You'll kind of see how I do it as I progress through the video. Let me go down to my credit cards just so you can see what I've added. The way to find stuff on this list is to watch for the second section, the type section, to say what you're looking for. In this case, I'd like it to say credit card. And so I'm at the credit card section, and I've got SunTrust, I have Larry, I have John, and I have Jane. And if I wanted to add more words like Jane Doe, SunTrust credit card, I absolutely can by clicking the drop down, selecting Edit, and then renaming it right here. So the next thing I need to do is I need to connect my bank account. To do that, I'm going to go to Banking on the left. In the upper right-hand corner, I would click Link Account. I would then link to my SunTrust account, but as we all know, this is a fake statement. It even says so much in the PDF. So there is nothing that I can link. What I can do, however, is upload a CSV file. All right, so this is my Excel file. My Excel file, as you can see, is really what got turned into the PDF statement because, again, this is all land of make-believe and I want to show you how to do stuff. So I'm just going to take a moment and change this up a little bit so that it looks like what you might download from the bank. So as I'm in the process of changing the statement to get rid of the top bits, I realize that this may happen to at least one of you, and it might be interesting to know how I do this. It starts out as an Excel workbook, and that's super great, except for I need a CSV file. I have had this issue before, so I thought I'd show you. This CSV file that says .csv, somehow that's different from this CSV file down here. I don't understand how it's different, and I don't care enough to Google it. What I do know is that when I'm trying to make a CSV file to upload into QuickBooks, I need what I'm going to delicately describe as the boring CSV. I do not want the CSV UTF-8. I just want the one that says comma separated values with nothing else. So I'm going to do that. What I've done is I've taken my Excel file and I've just cut it so that I have the transactions for each of my cardholders as separate CSV files. This is going to be easier for me to demonstrate for you. So let's go ahead and go forward with this. So statement A, that should be the first set of transactions, the transactions for John Smith. So I'm going to go over here to bank transactions. I'm going to select upload from file. I'm going to drag and drop or select. In this case, I'll just drag and drop. So here's that, and I'll choose continue. And it says, where would I like to connect this? Which bank account does this belong to? Well, this belongs to John Smith. And so it says, is the first row a header file? How many columns have amounts? What is my date format? If I want to double check any of it, I can just look. So my dates are date, month, year, month, date, with dashes, not slashes. So this kind. So there's the date, the description, the amount. This is kind of nice. I want you to see that it automatically identified column 8 as the amount. So it said, hey, look, there's a bunch of stuff in the middle, but column 8 looks like the amount column. If that wasn't correct, then I could change this drop down and pick something else. I'm going to choose continue. Which transactions would I like to import? Well, I'd like to import all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and choose continue. It says it's going to import 7 transactions. Well, that's totally fine. All it's going to do is put it in my to-do list, waiting for me to do something magical. So I'm going to go done. So now across the top of my banking, you can see John Smith is here. Oh. Ah, goodness. It's all in the receive column. Okay, I could edit this out, but I'm not going to. If this happens to you, such as it's happened to me, let's go ahead and fix it. First thing I'm going to do is just click on this select all. I'm going to choose exclude because that's not right. I'm going to go back to my file and I'm going to say, my bad. What I really meant was that these should all be negative. I didn't make them negative and therefore QuickBooks thought they were positive numbers. So we'll just zip through. There are absolutely faster ways of doing this. I just really want you to see it without overcomplicating things. So, life happens. This will not be the first mistake you see me make. I think that 1, it makes us human, and 2, it's important for you to know how to fix it when it happens. So let's go here. Let's go John. Let's go continue. The date format. All this looks good. Click continue. This time they have negatives. Click continue. Yes. Import complete. This feels good. Okay. It's perfect. It's all in the spent column. And so from here, I will put on my hat as the human and identify why I've spent the money. For example, Adobe sales, I probably wouldn't put that as uncategorized expense. Let me just do that later. I'm going to show you how to upload the other ones. So let's go to number B, or let's go here, here, here. And I'm going to leave the stuff in the bottom. I don't need it. In fact, I don't even want it. But I want you to see what happens when we go to upload a file that has garbage that we don't need. Because not every file is going to just work out perfectly, right? We've all been there. So the date format, all this looks good. It's here. So this I like a lot. If QuickBooks says, gosh, you're giving me something I don't know what to do with, it's going to put a red caution, and it's going to say, no, I'm not going to import this even if you want me to. So it's picked this one, and it's picked this one. That's great. If I wanted it to get entered for some reason, I would figure out what my problem is. In this case, I'm missing some dates, and I'm missing a dollar amount. I don't want them entered, so I don't care. I'm going to click select all, and that will select the 3 things that don't have the red exclamation mark. I'm going to choose continue. says you're going to import. You're like, yep. Import completed. Where did it put them? Oh, I put them over here in Jane. All right, well, that's nice. So I'm going to repeat the process for the third one. I'm going to get everything categorized, but I just wanted you to see how to get it into your QuickBooks. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you reconcile the account, because right now you're going to have 3 individual registers with transactions. You're likely to make one payment to pay your credit card statement. I want you to see how to take the individual registers and move those balances into the corporate account and how to record a payment for it. So stay tuned for that. If you want to see this in step-by-step instructions, we'll put a link to our blog post in the video notes. If you have any questions, or if there's any topics you'd like to see me cover in a future video, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comments. If my team or I could be of assistance to you, please don't hesitate to reach out. We can be found at gentlefrog.com. Thanks.